Alright, so I made my way over here to this big exclamation point. Kelia Moonfall. You there. I require some help. Everyone where I once called home lost their lives to the flood. I still don't know what became of my father, Corin. It pains me to return to the estates, and there are vengeful spirits who haunt the once pristine grounds. Will you help me find out what happened to my father? Accompany her into the estates. The denizens of the estates are cursed, forced to live in a state of purgatory for Ajara's own glory. I hope my father does not suffer the same fate. Let's check the bakery. Corin always loved their cakes. I did consider heading to, or that we would start the Mechagon portion next, but I really want to finish this up because I really want to get to that next portion of the war camp. So I may be committed to finishing that here in Nashatar, unless it says, hey, if you want to continue with the war campaign, head to Mechagon.
Give it your best shot, Briny!
The scent of the fresh-baked sweets. Fresh-baked bread and sweets fill my mind. I need that to prepare cakes for the Queen's arrival. Pay with your life. Ow. It's worse than I thought. They are blinded by Ajara's will. The curse has driven them mad. Now to investigate the inn. Huh. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure those give me a nice buff, and it stacks.
Come on, you glorified
Outside.
Xanadil!
We only accommodate those who serve the Queen. This is a racist establishment. Wait. Ajara, forgive me. Aranor? You deserved a better fate than this. Rest, my friend. Rest easy. Still no coin. My last hope is the gardens by our former home. Please be there. Corin? All will serve Ajara in life or in death. Okay. Look, Ajara is many things, but she is not the Lich King. Someone's gonna be like, or is she? No, she's not. must serve. Korn is being tormented by that Naga Shadowcaster. We have to do something. Oh my gosh, are you serious? You must defeat that Shadowcaster. Oh, you mean the one that I just defeated? Come on, respawn. Don't you just hate it when that happens? I know I'm not the only one that has done that. You kill an NPC, you're like, oh my goodness. You're like, look at this NPC. And then you find out later that it was actually attached to a quest that you had to do later, so you realize, oh, I killed it too soon. Is that you? Yes, it's me. That Naga was trying to get you to submit to Jar's will. Thank you for rescuing me. I will never serve someone who enacts such cruelty on her own people. We will meet you where our journey began. My father and I have much to discuss. Thank you. My father and I are eternally grateful for what you did. We will meet you back where our journey began. Yes! I didn't know that this was the quest that actually upgrades my whistle! Oh, yes, now I can use my whistle here in Najatar. Korn and I have been separated for so many years. We have so much to catch up on. As a token of our gratitude, we will remain in the area and help you in your travels through this cursed land. Yes! May as well finish off this world quest while I am on the way. I mean, look, they're right in my path, so I may as well go ahead and take care of this, right?
That's the stuff. Keep up the good work. Give it your best shot, Briny!
Because of your efforts, we have the peace of mind. I think this was a typo. We have some of the peace of mind that was long lost. My father and I are at your service. Oh, thank goodness. I can actually use the flight whistle now. Oh, and she's also a flight master. So now I have an extra flight path right over here. Okay. Alright. In that case, let's now fly back over here and do this other diary quest that's going on here. Also need to go see about finding this laboratory and planting the seed. At some point, it's got to like pop up and be like, all right, you have finished the initial requirements. Now you can go do the war campaign, right? Right? I mean, I guess I could always just go to Wowhead and look up like what the chain of quests is that leads you to that point. I hope I'm going the right way. Again, the minimap is not always helpful or accurate here. But this is an interesting place here. Look at this. This reminds me a lot of the academy that we encountered in Azuna back in Legion. You remember the one with the ghosts that thought they were still in an ongoing school session? They were just perpetually stuck in time. They thought I was a student. My favorite was when I got there, the professor at the school at the doorway, he was like, "Stop right there. Look at you. Like you're not even wearing your robes and hat. And do not tell me that you forgot your wand and spellbook." Ugh, freshman. Right? That was great. I loved that little quest line in the middle there of Azuna during the Ferrandis quest line. He came to discuss runic locks, not for the spellcasting, mind you. He was quite adept, if overconfident. No, he wanted to know how to preserve his wealth. It seems that he has come into quite a bit of it, and trusts no one. He has been purchasing items of value recently, and locking them away, referring to the practice as investing. He has invited me to see his latest invention, a runic lock. I must admit, I am interested. Okay. You know, I was thinking, what would be good mounts to use in this area? You know what? I actually do have a mount that I think could work. This one right here. I mean, it's a ray. It's not the kind of rays that are here. But anyway, by the way, I think I figured out why I couldn't find this guy. Because I think he was above me. And apparently it's a very rare mount. Because I already saw someone post a video of it and they were like going, you know, having one of those reactions like, "Oh my gosh, it finally dropped!" Like it was a very rare mount. Which I find funny that they say it finally dropped. Considering that this has only been around not very long. This zone anyway. But I was thinking, what mount that I have been working, not necessarily trying to get, but just in the process of doing runs in a place would be good here. And I think I realized that perhaps the Abyssal Worm mount from Tomb of Sargeras would probably be a good mount for this place. Let me, this one, the Abyss one. This is the one that drops from Mistress Sazine. Sazine? I don't know. This is the one that drops from her in Tomb of Sargeras. And this would probably be a good mount to have. I just haven't had it drop for me yet. I think I've only seen it drop once. I haven't done that many runs in Tomb of Sargeras. It really depends on which classes I'm trying to get a set for. Where is this journal? Is it up here? Is it over there? Is that where it is? Do I have to try and make a jump over there to that area right there? Didn't make it. Hold on. Can I get there going this way? Or maybe I just go over here. Right where... Whatever.
I need to get closer.
Another journal which seems especially well cared for. You open it. He's the one that lives next door. A sorcerer, it seems. Not that I mind. It makes me feel safer having a spellcaster nearby. What with all that has been going on as of late. This one, however, is obsessed with puzzles. Always asking me over to try out a maze, or an astrological riddle, or discuss the names of his cats. He has not been around as of late, yet few others have as well. Something is happening near the palace. We are to gather tomorrow in the courtyard to ask the Light of Lights for answers. Let's go turn this in. Oh my goodness, really? Oh yeah, this very much reminds me of the buildings from Argus. Look at this. Ah. You see a glowing lock, and Mardiba's journal is next to it. You glance at the final pages. The rune locks have been stabilized and organized in such a way that only one with my level of logical acumen would be able to decipher. Oh, to see the faces of the would-be thieves thwarted. Yes, 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 that is it! I shall work on a ward that allows me to view the thieves in the act. Genius! Genius I am! I simply need a bit more time. The lock appears to be secured by a magical mechanism. It is clearly one of Mardiba's, and from what you can surmise from reading the journals, it is likely locked via an arcane puzzle. You look around the room and you see something odd in the water. Interesting. Oh, gosh. What kind of puzzle is this? Oh, gosh. Let me let you guys know right now, I'm usually pretty bad at puzzles. Certain memory puzzles I'm pretty good at, like the Tortola ones, where it's like, hey, uncover this, look at it, uncover the next one, and then try to remember where they're at. I'm usually pretty good at those. What exactly do I do here? Wait, what? Okay. Oh, you were supposed to match three runes together. 3 purple runes. I didn't even look over here. Did it say match 3 purple runes? I didn't even notice that. I was just so caught up and trying to figure out what kind of puzzle this was. With the puzzle complete, the lock springs open with a satisfying click. It seems that Mardiba's devised a series of similar such puzzles with which to secure his belongings. You discovered the history of Mardiva's, a sorcerer that once lived in the city, and the crafter of the arcane chest that are scattered around Nashatar. From the sounds of it, he was not well liked, which worked out for him, as he did not much like others. You also found and unlocked one of his unsolvable arcane locks. This knowledge may prove useful on your journey. Finder Palta will surely enjoy hearing the end of this tale. Access to special world quests in Nashatar. Okay. So this is like how it was in Argus, where the more quests you did, the more types of world quests you unlocked. Okay. Well, before we head back, why don't we head this direction? Oh, gosh. No! Leave me alone. Days. Okay, I may take a moment to look up how you get mount equipment in this patch, and if it says you have to go to Mechagon, I'm going straight to Mechagon. It's like we'll just jump ahead to Mechagon because I need that equipment to remove days. I'm so sick and tired of days. People can have their water walking, whatever. I want to get rid of days. I can deal with water. Days, it's infuriating. Let's head over here first and plant this seed, and then we'll head to the lab. And perhaps make our way up here to uncover the rest of the map. There's the soil. I think that's the soil. No, it's over here. This is the only fertile soil that I could plant here in the entire area. A hungry lasher. Nom nom nom. Why am I feeding this thing? Keep feeding, 1 of 9. Oh my gosh. What am I getting out of this? Seriously. This better be something that's like worth it. Nope, I can only capture 1 at a time. Well, that's just great. nom, nom, nom. Feed me! Feed me, Nixamus! Feed me! I swear, if that thing gets up and starts talking and says, feed me! I'm gonna be like, nope, I'm out! Peace out! I'm gonna hearth out of there so fast. Be like, nope. I ain't sticking around to have you eat me. I've seen the alternate ending for Little Shop of Horrors. Nope. Not doing that. Well fed. Oh, man. Ravenous. It's hungry. Why am I doing this? Oh, well, at least I'll get some mana pearls out of this. I was like, this better lead to some kind of interesting reward. I like how it's like, hey, you have only a limited amount of time to get the sea fly back to the plant. See, this is the kind of stuff that I like to do off camera. And if I was more familiar with how this zone worked in terms of the storyline and questing, I would have done this off camera. But considering that I'm not entirely familiar with how this zone is going to work, I don't really know what to expect. And I don't really want to miss anything story-wise for the recording, so we'll just have to bear with it. Alright, one more. Gosh, this is definitely one of those, it's like, hey, go get 9 bear asses type of quests. Now wants you for its next deal. Nope! Why did I do this? Why? Feed me, Seymour! Oh, you'll make a nice meal, Seymour. Oh my gosh, why did I do this? Look at this thing. Seriously, did Blizzard go, you know what we should do? Let's make a Little Shop of Horrors reference here in this zone. A coral petal. Bring it to the ancient relics vendor. I'm not sure if that's going to be entirely worth it. If he's going to give me a reward that's really worth what I just went through. Hey, Frost Giant, where were you when I needed you a moment ago? I could have had you come over and be like, smash plant! Smash mean plant! So apparently this is a secret laboratory. It's like, locate the laboratory. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Well. Who dares to interrupt my research? I will have you thrown into the... Oh. Is that my Arcano crystal? Marvelous! Oh, I thought I had lost it. Oh, you deserve a reward. Just place the crystal on that pedestal there, and I'll get you something for your efforts. Now, where did I put those keys? Mad Mardivas. Benthic crystal, lithic crystal, pyroclasmic crystal. Huh. Okay. An elemental essence amalgamator? Wait a minute, is this guy now going to start helping me with my essences and benthic armor? Oh, I remember now. The key was stolen by one of my elemental creations. Well, I guess if you want the reward, you'll have to retrieve my key. Be a dear and go press that button on the side of the amalgamator, would you? Alright. Oh, gosh. There! That's the creature that took my key. It doesn't look too pleased to be here, so you're gonna have to be persuasive. How's this for persuasive? Ah, good show. That was most entertaining. I wish I had someone of your caliber as an assistant the first time that I encountered that creature. Well, I have important matters magical. I think he meant to say, I have important magical matters to attend to. Feel free to take your reward from the chest, but don't touch anything. Touch anything else. Who knows what sort of chaos that an amateur could cause in here. But the locked mechanism hums with arcane energy. More mana pearls. Okay. Well now. The Tome of the Elements. Several pages are devoted to notes on an experiment. A hastily written journal entry follows. At last, my research into the base elements has begun to bear fruit. With careful application of the right base regents and some arcane power, I've managed to combine the essence of the elements in such a way as to create life. Further investigation will be needed to determine what the various mixes of the elements will yield. Activate the essence amalgamator in the lab. Is this a repeatable thing? An arcane amalgamation. Oh boy. It's okay, Vim. Take a breather. The magic of the system appears to have been drained. Perhaps after some time has passed, it can be used again. I see. So this is a way that you can just keep coming back to try and farm more mana pearls. Gotcha. This did give me a 500 rep boost with the Unshackled. Not bad. I am so close. I just have to go around this area and I'll have gotten the Explore Nashtar achievement. Ah, great. Enemies everywhere! Enemies everywhere! Gosh, there it is again! Dazed! Arrgh! Actually, am I going the right way? No, I actually gotta go this way. Ah! Oh well. The fact that I have... You know what I'm really glad about after the change to my Heart of Azeroth? Is that it didn't do anything to affect the abilities that I got here from my armor pieces. So I could keep some of those powers I have intact. Such as the constant healing every second when I'm in Ghost Wolf form, which is one of the best abilities I've ever gotten. It's such a great way to counter certain, like, dots and such in fights. And it makes the shaman actually a bit more tanky than he usually would be. Which sometimes is not a bad thing. Alright, so let's now head up this way. Of course, there are plenty of statues to Ajara. Of course there would be. I'm singing Ghost Wolf because, well, I'd rather not have to constantly keep getting... Ooh, what does this do? Stealthed. Yeah, I feel like we are getting closer to the location of the raid.
It's brave to sacrifice yourself to save others. It's craven to sacrifice others to serve yourself. And Ajara is anything but brave.
Just this little portion up here. No, I agree with you, Vim. Absolutely agree with you. I mean, what she did in that animation, bravery had absolutely nothing to do with it. Oh, there it is. There we go. Explore Najatar. Wonderful. The entire map has been uncovered. Alright, so there are some dailies for allies, which I do need to get him up to level 3. But let's go ahead and head back and turn these in. Oh, I'm so glad I can use my Flight Master whistle here. You know what's funny? I have an add-on that shows the entrances of raids and dungeons. I don't see the entrance of the raid located here. Now, I'm sure it must be, like, right here. Like, somewhere here. But it's just funny because you'll even see when I go to, let's say, Kalimdor. Look at this. It shows that's the entrance to the Firelands. That's the entrance to Nixia's Lair. On Courage. You can see them on the map. Like, they're highlighted. The big blue circles are dungeons. The green ones are raids. And yet here, the Eternal Palace raid is nowhere to be found. Just find that odd. But maybe they just haven't updated that add-on yet to include that raid.
We share what we've got.
What have you brought me? Ah, what do we have here? A rare plant indeed. Coral lashes are remarkable specimens. They grow rapidly after every meal, gaining both size and strength. The largest ones are exceptional, but also quite dangerous. So feed with caution.
One day at a time, friend.
If you ever find another seed, be sure to plant it and reap the rewards. Oh yeah, because I want to make more of those little shop of horrors. Yeah, sure. Hey, thanks for letting me know. Always wondered what was going on with those chests. Not that I mind free treasures, mind you. All for them. All for them. I'm sure that it would just steam his clams to know that you're going to end up with all of his stuff. Ha!
Keep an eye out for supplies.
I'm now friendly with the Unshackled. Okay, so now there are more world quests that have been unlocked because we did that quest. Well, nothing... So you can see that Lorthamar has a question mark over him.
The eternal sun still guides
I'm
us.
guessing I have to finish this to progress. But then again, maybe I have to go to Blue Mechagon. I'm not entirely sure. That's something I'm going to have to look up to see what is going on in terms of the progress here. I mean, if I have to go, there's a few up there that I can do. And he's currently at level 2, so he's not that far off from leveling up, I think. So, we're going to cut off here, and I'm going to take a look and to see what it is that I need to do and figure that out and go from there. Stay tuned.